Welcome to our virtual farm tour for 2021. My name is Morgan Pinkerton, and I'm with IFAS Extension in Seminole County, and today we're out here with Dennis the Bee Guy, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his honeybees. So tell us about what you have going on here today.
So right now we are in a blueberry orchard. And so our bees have been brought in a little early this year, and so they're here to pollinate the blueberries. And so their goal will be to go out and touch the flowers and move pollen around and help the flowers to set more fruit.
Pollination is when pollen is moved from the male parts of flowers to the female parts of flowers. This process fertilizes the female flower so that it will develop into a fruit or vegetable. Many farms, like today's blueberry farm, have a lot of acres of the same crop. And the native pollinators can't handle the amount of pollination required to get all the plants fertilized to produce our fruits and veggies. So we bring in the honeybees to help do the job.
Honeybees are very important because they're exclusive pollinators. And what that essentially means is that once a bee goes to a certain type of flower, that's the only flower she'll be interested in during her lifetime. So she'll move pollen from that type of flower to another flower exactly of the same type. And so that'll help the farmers to increase yields.
Honeybees will collect nectar, pollen, and water. Nectar provides them a source of sugar, basically carbohydrates, while the pollen provides a source of fat and protein. In spring, many plants start flowering, and we can actually watch the bees bring in the pollen.
I just wanted to observe the amount of pollen that's coming in. So we're seeing the bees that are returning to the front of the colony here, and when they land, we like to look at their legs and see if they have any pollen. So this girl here has a bit of pollen as she's coming home. This one right here has got a whole bunch of pollen on her. Look at that one. Wow, that was awesome. There's another one right there. They have baskets on their legs, and they put the pollen on those baskets, and then they come back and kick them off.
So let's take a look inside the hive.
So what we're doing is just a typical hive inspection. We're going to look inside and just check the health of the bees and see the progress as far as springtime development. So what we're doing is we're pulling out the frames of the hive here. And so if you'll notice, this is a drone. This is a male bee. And so males are only for reproduction process. So the only reason that a male would be present is because the bees are thinking about reproducing. So what we're trying to see here is how far along in that process they are. So what we have here is a frame of honey. So this is all honey, capped honey. And then this is pollen, which is what the bees use to raise and feed the babies. And here again we have drones present. So there's, more than just one or two. We have several drones that are present here. And so the presence of this many drones this early in the year is going to be indicative of early spring as far as the bees are concerned. But notice this looks like the Kix cereal. See how the cells look different, how they're bulbous, as opposed to the ones over here are flat. So this is the female brood. So this will be the new female bees that'll be born. And this area consists of the male bees that are about to be born. So drones don't have stingers. They don't collect honey or any other resource. Their only job is for mating.
The drones will mate with queens from other beehives, so our queen here has already mated with drones from a different hive in the past. A healthy queen is very important to the success of a colony, so one of the purposes of checking the hive is to make sure that the queen is still present and doing a good job of laying eggs, producing more bees.
So this is the evidence that we have a really healthy queen, and she's capable of laying what we call a very compact pattern. So she's come across and laid eggs across this entire area all at one time. So these bees are all going to hatch out at roughly the same time. There's the queen right there. Look how beautiful she is. Oh, she's gorgeous. So the queen has a special gland called the spermita, and so that's why her abdomen is so much longer when she goes on her mating flights when she's first born. She mates with up to 15 different males, and she'll store that sperm she needs for the rest of her life in her spermita. And one thing I always like to point out too is, a lot of times people think bees are defensive. So notice we're not, overly protected here. The bees are being very calm. They're not trying to get to us. So we can see that they're happy and relaxed. So smoke is used to keep the bees calm. And so bees communicate through a pheromone.
we kind of look at it like a smell. So smoke is a pungent odor. It's much louder than the smell the bees use to communicate. So by introducing smoke, the bees are not able to communicate to defend the colony. These bees will help this farmer produce up to 10 times more fruit.
Bees are critical pollinators and important for the production of many of the fruits and veggies that we all enjoy. For more information on local agriculture, please reach out to IFAS Extension in Seminole County.